In algebra, the laws that we follow, mathematical laws that we follow, will still apply in algebra. For example, when I say a plus b, a plus into brackets b plus c, it is equal to a plus b, we put them into brackets, plus c. Maina, can you see nikiandika inatokea vizuri?
Yes, sir.
Na niko clear kabisa?
Iko sawa.
Okay. Now I'm just going to list some of these laws down, these mathematical laws that will still apply in algebra. So a plus b and c into brackets is the same as a plus b brackets plus c. Another one is a times bc in brackets is the same as saying a times b into brackets times c. Another law that we will apply in algebra is a plus b is equals to b plus a. For example, if I say 1 plus 4, it is the same as saying 4 plus 1. So, now, another law, a times b is the same as saying b times a. In fact, if I say 1 times 4, it is the same as saying 4 times 1. That is another law. Now we have another one over here that says a, when you multiply it by b plus c, is the same as saying ab plus ac. What we have done is we have opened the brackets. We have taken a multiplied by b, ab, plus a multiplied by c. All we have done is opening the brackets. Now, nyingine ni a plus b all over c. When you have a fraction that shares, when you have a numerator that shares one common denominator, is the same as saying a over c plus b over c. Are we together? All right. Now, the final law that I'll talk about, mathematical law that is we will use in algebra, is when you're given such a plus b into brackets multiplied by c plus d into brackets is the same. When you open these brackets, itakuwa ac plus ad plus bc plus bd. In this, we're just seeing how we open brackets. Now, how do we open brackets? We take mfano kama hii hapa a, tunaanza na a, we multiply by this bracket cd plus this other value here b, you multiply by c plus d, so that you can get a times c is ac plus a times d, which is ad, plus b times c, which is bc, plus b times d, which is bd. Those are the common laws that we will find in algebra. Now let us do an example over here so that we can see how we apply these laws, mathematical laws. Now we are told to evaluate 3ab minus 2bc plus abc when a is equals to 1, b is equals to 3, and c is equals to 5. Maina, are you in a position to do this calculation?
Yeah.
Please, and anyone else who is in this class and is listening, tafadhali let us try and do this. We have been told to evaluate 3ab minus 2bc plus abc, given that a is equals to 1, b is equals to 3, and c is equals to 5. So what we'll do is we replace the values of a, b, and c with the values that will be given, 1, 3, and 5. So 3 times 1 times b, which is 3, minus 2 times b, which is 3, times c, which is 5, plus a, which is 1, times b, which is 3, times c, which is 5. 3 times 3 will give us 9, minus 2 times 3 times 5 will give us 30, plus 1 times 3 times 5, which will give us 15. So 9 minus 30 plus 15, BODMAS. Addition will come before subtraction. So 9 plus 15 will be 24, minus 30. And our answer will be negative 6. Sawa. Okay, now anyone, I want to be sure I'm not alone, because it seems like Maina, you're the only one who is in this class. Now, Maina, will do this. You have been given 4p squared times q times r3 cubed, and you have been told to evaluate, find the value, given that p is equals to 2, q is equals to 1/2, and r is equals to 1/2. I'll give you some time to complete that one. We have 4 times, we replace the values of p, q, and r. P being 2 squared multiplied by q, which is 1/2, multiplied by r, which is 1/2. When we change this into an improper fraction, it will be 3/2. And this value 3/2 is cubed, is raised to power 3. So now 4 times 2 squared is 4 times 1/2, multiplied by, when we raise a fraction by when you raise a fraction by a power, we multiply, we raise the numerator, and we also raise the denominator. So it will be 3 raised to power 3, which is 27, all over 2 raised to power 3, which is 8. Okay, so we take 2, we cancel out the like terms, the values that can cancel each other. Alright, so 4 times 2 is 8, so this will go and this will go. So the value that we will be left is 27. Our answer will be 27. Now, let's look at another example. We have been told to find the sum of 4a, 3b, c, minus 2a, minus 5b, and 6c. How we approach this is by, we collect the like terms. So for the values of a, 4a and minus 2a, we collect them. For b, will be 3b and minus 5b. And c, the values of c will be c and 6c. Now we've been told to find the sum of these unknowns. Alright, so we will take the values of a, we add them, plus the values of b, we add them, plus the values of c. Now 4 plus minus 2 will be 2a. 3b minus 5b, no, 3b plus minus 5b will be minus 2b. And c plus 6c will be 7c, and that will be our answer. We've been told to add 4b, 3b, c, minus 2a, minus 5b, 6c. We collect the like terms. Always, when you're given algebraic expressions, always collect the like terms. Once you collect the like terms, you solve that algebraic expression as you have been instructed, and in this case, we have been told to add. Now, let us look at another example here. We've been told we take x minus 2y plus 5z, we subtract 2x plus 3y minus 4z. Maina, please do that for me. And for the rest of the class, I'm sure there are people who are somewhere listening or are not able to do it, so please. Maina, are you with me?
Yeah.
Are you able to solve this?
Yes.
Nipe answer.
X plus y plus z.
Yes?
X plus y plus z.
That is not the correct answer because we are subtracting. When you take x minus 2x, utapata ngapi?
X minus
2x. We are subtracting this from this. So tunachukua we are subtracting the like terms. So the values of x, the values of y, we subtract together and the values of z. So x minus 2x will be minus x. Minus 2y minus 3y itakuwa ngapi? Minus 2y minus 5y. And then 5 minus minus 4, z itakuwa ngapi?
9z.
Plus 9z. Sawa sawa?
Yeah.
Now let us try this other example. We are opening now the brackets. 2a plus 3b a plus b. What will be the value of that? 2a plus 3b into brackets multiplied by a plus b into brackets. What will be the answer?
3 squared
Mm-hmm.
plus 5ba
Uh-huh.
plus 3 squared.
That is correct. So you've taken the value 2a, we multiply by this bracket, which is a plus b. Plus, we take the other value of the first bracket, 3b, we multiply by this second bracket, a plus b. So we get 2a squared plus 2ab plus 3ba plus 3b squared. So this 2ab and 3ba are still, they have the same value. AB and BA are the same. The rule that we had talked about up on the lane. When you're given a value A times B is the same as saying B times A. So it is the same. So what we'll have now as the final answer is 2a squared plus 5ab plus 3b squared. Sawa sawa. Are you together?
Yeah.
Let's try this one. 3x minus 2y squared plus 4xy into brackets 2x minus 5y. We have 3x minus 2y squared plus 4xy into brackets. We multiply by 2x minus 5y into brackets. Let's try opening that bracket. If you are in class, please jaribu sana ukoe na mahali ambapo unaandika. You practice with us because this is a mathematics lesson. So we have 3x minus 2y squared plus 4xy. You multiply by 2x minus 5y. Let us try and open that bracket and you tell me what the answer will be. John, unaweza ona vizuri sana. John, is it clear? Can you see? Sawa sawa. Let us try and open that bracket. Let me also do it with you so that you don't know which answer we will get. Kuna mtu amepata hiyo answer? Maina, umepata answer gani?
Umepata 6x squared minus 24x squared.
And I hope you're not reading my answer.
Oh, no.
Okay.
6x squared minus 24x squared
Okay.
plus 8 squared y
Uh-huh.
minus 15xy plus 10y cubed.
John, umepata the same answer?
No.
Shida iko wapi?
I did simplify.
Oh, please simplify. Katika hii algebra we'll be doing a lot of brackets, opening of brackets and simplification. So make sure that the answer ambayo unapata is in its simplest form. Sawa? Haya. Now, let us try this example here. 2p divided by 8pq. We are just applying basic mathematical knowledge in algebraic expressions. 2p divided by 8pq. This is the same as saying 2 times p all over 8 times p times q. So we cancel the like terms, some of the things that can be divided. So p and p will go. 2 will divide 8 ubaki na 4. So what you are left with is 1 over 4 q. So are we together?
Yeah.
So when you're given expressions, usione kama juu hujapatiwa number ukasema it is not possible. It is very possible. So what we do is we can 2p is the same as 2 times p. 8pq hapa 8pq is the same as saying 8 times p times q. So we cancel p and p. 2 can divide 8 and inapata 4, so the answer itakuwa ni 1 over 4 q. Are we together? Now those are just basic mathematical principles that will still be applied in algebra. The law of indices, zile ambazo tulifanya the second class, will still be applied hapa katika mambo ya algebra. And these laws ni zile ambazo tulipitia. We'll refresh ourselves. Mfano, a raised to power m multiplied by a raised to power n will be the same as saying a m multiplied by n plus n. Are we together?
Yeah.
Hizi laws tunazikumbuka vizuri ama tushasahau vile tumeenda nyumbani? Haya, a raised to power m divided by a raised to power n itakuwa ngapi? It is the same as writing. Niambieni ili niandike.
A
A?
minus n.
Okay. Thank
n
you.
minus n.
Yes. Sawa. Now, if we raise a number which has already, when we raise a number that already has a power, mfano a raised to power m, and then we raise that number to power n, itakuwa the same as sawa. I'm glad that you have not forgotten. Haya, a raised to power 0 will be what?
0.
A raised to power 0 is?
0.
No, it is 1. A raised to power 0 is 1. Any number raised to power 0 is 1. So if I take a million raised to power 0, napata 1. If I take negative something raised to power 0, it is 1. Any number raised to 0 is 1. Now, acha tuone kama hii mtakumbuka. When I raise a number by a negative power, it is the same as writing it as
1 over a over n.
Thank you very much, Maina. It is the same as 1 over a raised to power n. If I have a minus 2n, itakuwa the same as writing 1 over a raised to power 2n. You just reciprocate and raise that number to the positive power now. And the last one that we looked at, that we tuliangalia last time was if you have a number raised to a fraction, it is the same as writing what?
power m at square root n.
Sawa. If we raise mfano a raised to power 5 over 3, it is the same as saying a 5 raised to power 5, and you find the cube roots. If you have a raised to power half, it is the same as saying a raised to power 1, and you find the square roots. Sawa. So these are the laws of indices that we had talked about. I'm sorry, but these are the laws that we had talked about. If I say a raised to power 4 over 3, it is the same as saying a raised to power 4 divided, then you find the cube roots. So make sure in that topic, indices, go back and refresh. Continue doing examples. I hope you're doing examples that are kama mko nyumbani. Remember the exam has not been postponed, the exam is still there. So msikae nyumbani kama mko holiday. Msome. Sawa. Alright, let's do these examples. A cubed times b squared times c multiplied by a b raised to power 3 and c raised to power 5. You've been told simplify. You have already done the laws of indices, so I'm sure you can be able to simplify that. Utapata ngapi? What will you get? John, Maina, utapata ngapi? A raised to power 4. Thank you, John. Maina, are we together?
Yeah.
Tufanya hii pia. A raised to power half, b raised to power 2, c raised to negative 2, multiplied by a raised to a sixth, b raised to a half, and c. Answer itakuwa ngapi? What will be our answer? Utapata ngapi? Minor, what do we get?
We get a power 2 over 3, b power 2.5.
But tuandika in fraction form, itakuwa ngapi?
5 over 2. And c negative 1.
So I'm glad you still remember the laws of indices. Tujaribu hii pia. A cubed b squared c raised to power 4 divided by a times b times c raised to negative 2. What will be the answer? these laws that we have been doing, will still apply them in algebra, so it is good that we remind ourselves how we do them. So tuharakisha hili, najua ni kitu rahisi tunaweza pata. A raised to power raised to power
A raised to power 2.
raised to power 2. Why? Because we are dividing. So a cubed divided by a is the same as saying a 3 minus 1, which is the same as a squared. So the same as b. B squared all over b. Remember, this b is b raised to power 1. So b, when you divide in indices, you are subtracting the power. So b squared minus b raised to power 1 is the same as b 2 minus 1, which is equals to b. Maina, tumalizie, ulikuwa unasema ya mwisho itakuwa
A power 2. B power 1.
C power C power 6. John, are we together? Haya, tufanye hii. P raised to power half, q squared, r raised to 2 over 3, all over p raised to a quarter, q raised to a half, and r raised to a sixth. Given that p is equals to 16, q is equals to 9, and r is equals to 4. What will be the value that we get after we simplify and replace the values? Tutapata value gani? P raised to a half times q squared times r raised to 2 over 3 all over, or divided by, p raised to a quarter times q raised to a half times r raised to a 6, given that p is equals to 16, q is equals to 9, and r is equals to 4. Napata value kama ngapi? I don't know if Kelvin is with us. Tunaona kama kwa class lakini asemi chochote. Anyway, answer. What is the answer?
108. 108.
Sawa. Now, Mona John ameenda, but let us continue. you have been told to simplify. Yeah, you have been given x squared times y cubed plus xy squared all over xy. You have been given this and you have been told to simplify. What will be the answer? Minor.
xy squared plus y.
So I'm hoping you do not have any problems na indices.
Yeah.
Uko sawa kabisa?
Sawa kabisa.
Asante. Now let us look at brackets and factorization. These are some things that we look at ama tutakuwa tunatumia sana sana as we move forward. Now, when I talk about factorization, this is essentially talking about numbers ambazo share common. For example, 20, the number 20. What are the factors of 20? Or what are the numbers that I can multiply to give me 20? Kuna 1 times 20, 2 times 10, 3, we cannot multiply 3 by any number to get 20, but we can multiply 4 by 5 to get 20, and so on and so forth. So this is what we call factors. So now if you have an expression mfano a plus ab plus ac, and I tell you to factorize, what I'm essentially telling you is you take the common numbers, the common unknowns, and you factor them out, you combine them, you collect the like terms basically. Kama hapa the common factors hapa ni a. So when I tell you to factorize, unachukua a, unaweka nje ya bracket, and you introduce now a bracket. We introduce a bracket, to be a into brackets b plus c. Sawa. So when factorizing is we are looking at an expression, an equation or a number, and we see what is the common factor in that expression, and we take it out of that expression, and then introduce brackets. Another example ni kama hii hapa, 6px plus 2py plus minus 4pz, and you're told to factorize, ama you're told to introduce brackets. What do? We look at these three values, 6px, 2py minus 4pz, and we see which common factors, which common numbers are present in these values. Ni zipi minor? 6px, 2py na 4pz, which are the common factors there?
2 and p.
2 and p. So when we remove 2 and p, tuitoe, and then we introduce brackets, tutabaki na nini hapa ndani?
3x plus y minus 2z. Sawa. So that is basically how to factorize and how to introduce brackets. Now we have been told to simplify. Let's try this. 3ab plus 2b plus minus 4c plus d. You have been told to simplify. How do we do that, minor? We have to learn how to open the brackets and how to introduce brackets. So in this case, we are opening the brackets. So 3a plus b plus, we open this bracket up. So we multiply 2 times b, and then we multiply 2 times c. So it gives us 2b plus 2c. And we do the same. We open the bracket here. We multiply this common factor 4 by c and d. So minus 4c minus 4d. So what we at this point we have an expression that contains 4 unknowns, a, b, c, and d. So what we will do is we will collect the like terms, those unknowns that are similar. We get 3a plus, no, the unknowns that are similar, b. So we have b and we have 2b. So we add them and we get 3b. C, we have plus 2c minus 4c. Unapata ngapi? Minus 2c. And then we have d, minus 4d. And that is a simplified version of this expression up here. Sawa minus.
Yeah.
Jaribu hii hapa, a squared minus 2a plus minus a 3b plus a. Sasa unaona vizuri?
Sawa.
We open the brackets. A squared minus 2a plus ab minus 3ab minus a squared. We collect the like terms. A squared minus a squared, they cancel each other, inakuwa 0. So now we are left with minus 2a. So ab minus 3ab is minus 2ab. We can factorize this. How do we factorize it? We look at this expression and look at which in these two values which is a common factor. In this case our common factor is minus 2a. Tunaitoa nje and we introduce brackets. So when we introduce brackets we will be left with 1 plus b. Sawa sawa. And that is a simplified version of that expression hapo juu. Now let us factorize this. Xy minus 3xz. Look at the two values, which is a common factor, and then we tunaitoa nje and then introduce brackets. Common factor hapo ni ngapi? X. When we introduce brackets, we are left with y minus 3z. Let's do this. 4a squared plus 16ab cubed. Factorize. What do we get? 4a
bracket a plus 4b cubed.
Why not 2? Why not take 2 here? Why 4?
4. Because 16 can be divided, is a factor of 16. 4 times 4.
Mpaka 2 is a factor of 16. Mbona nisiweke 2? Now, when factorizing, we have to, kitu ambayo tunatumia ama the value that we take on the outside, we should take the highest common factor. Highest common
factor. What do I mean? When we look at the factors of 4, ni zipi? Ni 1, 2 and 4. Sawa sawa. The factors of 16, ama the numbers I can multiply to get 16 is 1, 2, 4, 8 and 16. Now, which is the highest common factor between 4 and 16?
16.
No. Which number in these two, kwa hizi factors ni namba gani ambayo inafanana and it is the highest?
4.
Which is common here and it is the highest? 4, si ndio?
4.
Yeah? That is what we call highest common factor. Now, when we are factorizing, we will take the highest common factor of these two, of these, kwa mfano, these expressions here, 4 and 16. We always take the highest common factor, ama the highest common multiple. Tunaiweka nje. In this case ni 4. That's the reason why we do not take 2. Kwa sababu ukiweka 2, you'll still find that, let's say tumeweka 2 hapa, kwa hiyo hapa tukiweka 2a, utapata kwamba bado huko 2a plus 8ab cubed. You'll find that this expression can still be simplified further. Sindio? There is still a common factor in this expression, which is 2a. Ndio maana tunaiweka, ndio maana tunatumia the highest common factor, so that the expression that remains is not factorizable anymore. Imefika mwisho. Sawa sawa?
Yes.
Kuna swali mpaka hapo?
Hapana.
Factorize this one. 3a squared minus 6ab squared plus 15ab. 3a squared times b minus 6ab squared plus 15ab. What do you get?
A the bracket a minus 2b squared
Minus 2b
2 and 2b squared plus 5b
plus 5. Now kuna mahali tumekosea. Fine. 3 is the highest common factor, si ndio? Yeah, 3 na 6 na 15. But we also have a common factor of a and b. There is b in every value. So hata hiyo b tutatoa nje. Sawa. So the common factors, ama the common factors in these three values ni 3ab. We have 3 in each of these. We have a and we have b. So utabaki na ngapi basi? Ukitoa 3ab nje, unabaki na ngapi?
Minus 2b.
Minus 2b.
Plus 5.
Are we together? So always make sure that you check which values are common. And if you're dealing with numbers, always take the highest common factor. Ama highest common multiple. Sawa sawa?
Yeah.
Now, katika mambo ya algebra, inaonekana itabidi tuachie hapo for today. My phone imezimika. So
I'm grateful you have been able to join this class hata kama imekuwa fupi sana. It was just kujaribu tuone kama tunaweza soma online hesabu. That was a very big problem. So I'm happy that we can. So thank you for joining this class. We will be meeting more often kwa sababu it is possible. Ama mnaonaje?
Yeah, it is possible.
It is possible to do math online. As long as I am able to show my working and you can be able to practice mahali huko, it is very possible. So kwa sababu hatukupatana jana math lesson, we can try and even meet on weekends for a very short time, 30 minutes.